Dude, honestly, I love that we're both in space together because when I first started this channel, The Rock Radar, again, Devin Townsend was one of the first artists that I ever reacted to. And I was out, man, that space thing is awesome. I do the same thing with Devin Townsend in space is some of my favorite Devin Townsend. That first album that I listened to, which was the space opera that he does. Why can't I remember the name of it? Ziltoid the Omniscient. I've listened to that album so much, and I love it. And welcome to The Rock Radar. My name is Smitty, in my quest through space to open my rock and roll mind. Maybe yours is opened by happenstance along with my journey. You never know, man. Back to Devin Townsend for the first time in way too long. If you have yet to see any Devin Townsend reactions that I've done, quite a few. And I've fallen off a little bit, and that's mainly because I listened to a bunch of shit on my own. And I was like, oh, I want to do reactions to it, but I don't know what I've listened to and what I haven't. So I'm going to tackle Devin Townsend in a new way, in a new album review review series that I'm working on. To just cram as much fucking music review stuff as I can so I can kind of put out what I've listened to and what I haven't. But I'm going to be tackling Devin Townsend's catalog in that way very, very soon. His new album, Powernerd, out October 25th. And we're going to give the lead single a look-see right now. And I love the description on this. Powernerd, a noun. I like learning things, you know. All my podcast stuff is titled after the word of the day that I learn, and I love this shit. I think he just made it up. I don't know. I could look it up. Powernerd, a noun, a person of any gender who has, through tenacity and perseverance, turned what society may deem as a weakness into a superpower. I fucking love that idea, and I can relate to it oh so much. A total fucking badass. And you. And I thought he meant me, and he did mean me, and he meant you too, and I love that fucking idea. Powernerd. I have no idea what it's going to sound like. Some Devin Townsend stuff doesn't necessarily jive with me as others, as I'm sure a lot of fans, but I love the creativity. I love the evolution of metal that I firmly believe he has had a hand in. And we're going to check out fucking Powernerd right after this. And if I have any vision at all whatsoever of what I'm doing with the channel, it all has to do with this thing right here. This thing. For more than half of my life, I've dreamed of Ireland. Drawn to it in a way I can't explain. At first it was the obvious. The scenic beauty, the music, the Guinness. Then over time, it became so much more. The vibe, the people, the history. And that's what hooked me. Also, clearly, I am not actually an Ireland.
Too sexy pose.
But on April 1st, 2026, the dream becomes a reality as I close up shop in the Smith Hole and take off on the adventure of my lifetime. Over the course of a year, I'll hike that beautiful island and tell its story, town by town. Each town I stop in, I'll conduct an interview in a pub with people that can tell the story of that particular town while discovering all the things. All the things you're supposed to do in Ireland, then all the things you don't know, like where the locals go. Basically, I'm going to try to make friends with an entire country. And if that goal doesn't sound lofty enough, I'm also going to attempt to learn the Irish language. If you'd like to support the project, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month. And if you're Irish and want to help me network and act as a liaison, hit me up. This is a huge bucket list goal, and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 2026, and I can't wait. Sláinte. If you've watched that, then I appreciate that, and please subscribe to this channel as well, because a lot of underground bands, I started with like Devin Townsend, who was basically sort of underground. Never hugely mainstream. A lot of bands that you've never heard about. Your favorite band that nobody knows about, that's the idea. So a lot of bands that don't necessarily get into the algorithm. So that's where you come in, hopefully. Maybe like, share, subscribe, all those things, man. Comment. That engagement helps the channel so much. Gets it back into the algorithm, as I like to say. So we're going to check out Powernerd right meow. Let's roll. I saw a clip of this video, and it looked like the same sort of quality as the Smitty Learns Irish trailer that I just played a second ago, except his is probably intentionally comedic, most certainly intentionally comedic, and mine is because of a lack of budget and really no knowledge about what I'm doing whatsoever. That's gnarly. Man, holy shit. Fuck yeah. Dude, honestly, I love that we're both fucking in space together, because when I first started this channel, The Rock Radar, again, Devin Townsend was one of the first artists that I ever reacted to. And I was out, man, that fucking space thing is awesome. I do the same thing with Devin Townsend in space is some of my favorite Devin Townsend. That first album that I listened to, which was the space fucking opera that he does. Why can't I remember the name of it? Fucking Ziltoid the Omniscient. I've listened to that album so much, and I fucking love it. And Devin Townsend in space is my favorite Devin Townsend, not gonna lie. Bring it back a little bit. Fucking rad. And I say fuck a lot. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck yeah. Man. Man, this song is so fucking groovy and chunky, and I don't want to say classic metal. Like I don't want to say classic metal. I'm not thinking like 80s power metal or anything like that when I say that, but just like this fucking classic old school groove, you know, with some real, and I love the electronic element that's being infused. Levels are very compatible with the music. The little breaks and the little breakdown vocals, whatever he just switched into right there, is really fucking cool too. Golly, it's been way too long since I've listened to Devin Townsend. Need to get him back into my life. And I too like pickles. I can't even really tell if he's fucking hating the pickles or loving the pickles at this point, because I was caught myself looking at the video rather than the music, and I just shut my brain off. I'm like, listen, don't look. He hates pickles. Fuck those pickles. Man, fuck yeah. I love songs, and there's not enough anymore that are talking about rock and roll. When I didn't really catch the lyric, I think it's Life and Rock and Roll, something along those lines. Either way, you're a fucking badass, Devin Townsend, and that song was something that I didn't know I needed in my life. That's going on heavy rotation right now. Let's put that thing on a playlist because I love falling in love again. Love falling in love again. Again, I love Devin Townsend. Haven't fallen out of love, but it's just been so long. I listened to him on a couple playlists mixed in with other things, but yeah, getting back in October 25th. All right, yeah, Devin Townsend is going to be the first artist that I do a new review series for albums that I hope to have out at least a couple of those before his new album drops. So I'm committing myself. I'm saying it out loud. Watch for it. And if you're into this sort of thing, like, subscribe, all the things, and hope you had as much fun with that as I did. Thank you.